How we doing? Happy Valentine's. I am here, all cozy. Got Tony here. Got my ambient lighting and my candle going. And we are going to read some unhinged romance books for Valentine's Day. I'm so excited. So I have some plans, have some ideas of ones that I want to get to. So the ones that I currently have access to, I would like to get to Stuffed by Sylvia Morrow. This one is about a living pillow. Sounds great. There's Unhinged by Vera Valentine. This one is about a sentient door, like a door in a door frame that falls in love with the person who lives in the house. It sounds ridiculous and I'm hyped for it. Morning Glory Milking Farm by C.S. Nascosta. I've seen this one all over the place. People go nuts for it. And I have read A Girl's Weekend by this author and I did very much enjoy it. So I think that'll be a fun one. And then Cowboy Dragon by Terry Bolryder. It sounds so stupid and fun and I want it. And then finally The Dragon's Bride by Katee Robert. I love Katee Robert, so I think I'm going to like actually enjoy this one and not just think that it's fun and dumb. It'll also be fun and dumb, but probably also excellent because it's Katee Robert. So, and then I do have a couple other ones that I didn't find either through my library's ebook app or Everand or something like that. So depending on how much time I have and how many of these I actually can get through, I might get Kindle Unlimited just for like the next couple of weeks just so I can read these ones. And those include Stalked by the Kraken by Lillian Lark. A Cave Witch Valentine I've actually had on my TBR for quite a while and I do really want to get to this one. The ebook is only $4, so I might just buy that one anyways. The Monster Between the Sheets series by various authors. Each book is a different author. I know one of them I think is Honey Phillips and that's the one that I was interested in, but I can't think of what that was right now. And then Squeak by Vera Valentine. I'm gonna go with Unhinged instead of Squeak, but Squeak is a high contender because I've heard that one is bananas. So, so that's the plan. I'm cozy. I've got my little kitty ear robe on. I'm all cozy and warm. I've got my cat. I'm gonna turn on some ambient music in a minute, and I've got some snacks. This is a black sea salt popcorn, and yeah, we're gonna have a good time reading some hopefully really bad romances. I'm looking forward to a good time here. So I've just finished reading our first one. I read Stuffed by, was it Sylvia Morrow, I think was the author of this one. Oh my god, it was so dumb. Also, Tony is still just sitting here. That was genuinely hysterical. I laughed out loud multiple times. Also, I took notes with my favorite quotes, so let's enjoy those together. So the first one that I loved was from literally page 1. Hi, Tony. How you doing, buddy? Okay. All right. So she was talking about how she doesn't like humans and she has a couple of online friends and loves her family, but has no interest in dating. So she says, but dating, gross. My hoo-ha dries up at the thought. I'm not kidding. It literally said hoo-ha. My hoo-ha dries up at the thought. I cannot. Oh my god, that was incredible. And then the next one was from the POV of the pillow, because this is a dual POV and the pillow gets to speak or think, whatever a sentient pillow would do. And at one point when he is turning himself into a human, or a human made of pillow material, he says, my voice sounds as if a creaking door and an old air conditioner had a child and shat it into my mouth. What? This is bananas. This is completely batshit. I laughed so hard at that line. I could not deal with it. This next one, also hilarious. It's also from the POV of the pillow. It said, being aware but unable to move, communicate, or even let anyone know I was sentient for years may have had a small effect on my sanity. This was great. It was so dumb and so fun, and I genuinely had a blast reading it. I haven't given it a rating yet. It's probably gonna be like 4 stars for the context of this. This 4 star is not the same as a high fantasy 4 star, obviously. But like, I literally laughed out loud multiple times. Most books cannot get me to do that. And this was like not even 70 pages, and it had me giggling several times. So, huge success. We're off to a great start. I'm now about halfway through reading Unhinged by Vera Valentine. This is the sentient door one, and I'm also very much enjoying it. Not as good as Stuffed, but still entertaining. So, I'm enjoying myself. And I will check in later on when I finished it. And then I think that'll probably be enough for today. And I'll do some more of them tomorrow as well. We'll just do like 1 or 2 a day leading up to Valentine's Day. So, I finished Unhinged just now. I have a question. I have many questions, but this question is the most important one. I need an opinion. So, how do I even explain this? So, okay, the main character, the door. This whole book is from the door's POV, which is incredible, and I love that. So the door is the offspring of Zeus. I'm not kidding, because Zeus one time was walking through a forest and saw a tree with a hole in it that looked particularly nice. So Zeus fucks the tree, right? The tree has magical acorns, and one of them drops to the ground and grows into a beautiful oak tree dryad thing. And then that tree is cut down and turned into this door, right? Are we following? This is making sense, right? Okay. So this door is now sentient and has fallen in love with this woman who lives there. It's been sentient for long before she came around, but is in love with her. And so Zeus, at one point, comes to him and he's like, "Hey, I'm your dad. Sorry about the whole sentient door thing. My bad. But if you can get this woman to fuck you, you can turn human. Have fun. See you later." Right? So that happens. She does that. And then he turns human. So, anyways, my question is this is so ridiculous. So the door's body is made of wood, right? That is his body is the wood. However, the knob is his dick. Right? Tony's following along here. Hi, Tony. Right, okay. So the knob is his dick, but the knob is made of brass, which is stuck onto his body. It is added to his body. But then when he turns human, it's just like a regular body part that's attached to him, right? So my question is, does that mean that the door dryad demigod dude is a trans man with bottom surgery? What do you think? I think yes, and I think that's really fun. What am I doing with my life? That was so ridiculous, and I had a great time. I do have some notes. Let's see what quotes I wrote down. So, quote number 1. Um, this one just made me giggle. So she was leaning against him. She was having a bad day and just like went and leaned against the door. So he says, even though I was architecturally speaking obligated to support her, I still felt like I was actively providing her comfort.
I don't know why that made me giggle. I just thought it was so stupid and fun. Number 2 says, I was tense, at least as much as a slab of wood could be. It was funny. Um, Number 3, we've got, if I hadn't already been made of wood, I'd be stiff as a board at the sight. I can't. Oh my god. All right. And then the last one. He says this sweating thing was almost as annoying as my floppy human spine. Oh my god. He refers to his spine as floppy multiple times throughout this book, and I just can't get over that. This was so stupid, and I loved every second of it. I gave it 3 stars just because I can't justify giving this more than a 3 star. It is completely ridiculous. Um, but I genuinely had a great time. It again was not as good as the first book that I read. What was that called? Stuffed. But this one was still delightfully fun and ridiculous, and I had a great time laughing along with it. Um, yeah, what a good start to this video. And with that, I am going to go to bed. It's almost midnight, and I've had enough of that nonsense really for the evening, so it's time to go to sleep. And who knows what tomorrow will bring.
Okay, hi. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I am exhausted. So if you don't know, I am a manager at an adult toy store. So I'm sure you can imagine that Valentine's Day is a very, very busy day for us. And yeah, it was hectic. And it just nonstop customers all day. It was so fun. We had a great time. But man, am I tired. But being that I am single on Valentine's Day, I did get myself a little treat. I got myself a little brownie from Tim Hortons. So I'll have that in a little bit once I buckle up to read or something. I'm probably not going to stay awake much longer, to be honest. I'm so tired. It's like 11:30 right now. I didn't get home until around 11 o'clock tonight. I'm going to bed very soon. But so some reading updates. I have several. I meant to update a couple days ago, but I forgot. So I have finished 2 more books and DNF'd one. So the one that I DNF'd was the Cowboy Dragon one. Yeah, I read the first 2 chapters of that one and I was not feeling it. The writing was honestly pretty atrocious, and I really didn't like either of the main characters so far. I can deal with bad writing if the characters and the plot and the world are interesting enough, and vice versa. If I don't like the characters but the writing is really nice, I will kind of push through it. Hi, buddy. But if I don't like either of those things, then we're not having a good time. So I DNF'd that one. Oh my god, Tony, you're so cute. And then I've read and finished The Dragon's Bride by Katee Robert. This one was like a little bit less unhinged. It's still like kind of a funky read. It's a monster romance. The love interest is a humanoid dragon, but not that humanoid. You know, he's got 2 dicks and a prehensile tail. So, a little bit unhinged, but less unhinged than the other ones because I already know that I love this author. I'm a big fan of the Wicked Villain series, and this book was just already on my TBR just because I wanted to read it anyways. But I thought this video would be a great time to finally get to that one. And I had a really fun time with it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was so fun and fantastic writing. Oh, I love this author. Her writing is so good. I loved the couple, and the world was really interesting. I loved all the side characters. Obviously, A+ smut. I would expect nothing less from Katee Robert. And yeah, it was great. I gave it 4 stars. I had a fantastic time, and I can't wait to carry on with the rest of the series at some point soon. And then the other one that I read was Morning Glory Milking Farm by C.M. Nascosta. That one I read earlier today. Put it on over audio and just made breakfast, did some chores, and had bull milking in the background. This one was so strange. So I do also like this author. I read Girls Weekend from them recently-ish, I think sometime last year. Just the first book so far, but I do want to continue it. And now I've also read this one, and yeah, that was something. but also genuinely really good. Like the writing was great. I loved the characters. Their relationship was interesting. I liked that they had more than just sexual chemistry. The male love interest is a perfect gentleman, even though, they met with her giving him a hand job for money and in a non-sexual way. Like it's so strange. This was such a weird book, but it was really fun. And like I actually really liked it. So probably also going to continue on with this series. I really hope that there is a book for the vampire side character. But yeah, this was kind of a surprise. I thought this one would mostly just be like a weird fun time, and it definitely was that, very much so. But it was also well written, well paced. It was interesting. It was a good book. Those are the updates. I'm not sure if I'm done this vlog yet. I might want to do one more. I'll take a look through the options that I have, and if I can find an audiobook for sure, then we'll go from there. Tony, don't lick my armpit, you fucking weirdo. But yeah, I'm gonna take a look at the options that I have and what I have access to, and if I can find a weird, fun audiobook, then I will continue this vlog for over the weekend. So we'll find out if that's the case shortly.
All right, and we are back where we started, cozy in bed, here to end this. So I did read something else today. Oh man, I have to talk about this online now and tell people that I read this. And that is a hard thing to do. So, this morning over ebook, it was only 45 pages. If it was any longer, I would not have finished this book. It was atrocious. Oh god. So, I read a book or a short story called The Deviled Egg Made Me Do It. It's exactly what it sounds like. This woman is hosting a brunch party for her friends. She's trying to make some deviled eggs. She's having a hard time, having a panic attack as nothing is going according to plan. And then all of a sudden, there is an egg devil man in her kitchen, and she doesn't really question it. Like this man, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what to picture for this guy. Because sometimes he's described as, he has like a face, he has a jawline, he has abs, but he also has a shell. And he's described as taking off his shell as though they're clothing and being able to put them back on. I have no idea what to picture for what this guy looks like at all. I'm just kind of picturing like a regular dude, except he has Easter egg, like how you like paint Easter eggs for Christmas or for what? Like how you like paint Easter eggs with like swirly designs and dye them and stuff. Yeah, so his body is covered in that as though they're tattoos. So I'm just picturing this weird Easter tattooed man with devil horns. He also has a tail made of eggs that does get used, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so I'm just picturing that. And then he just has a hard shell casing made of eggshells that he can take off. I don't know if it's like a round shell or if it conforms to his body like clothes would. No clue. That was not explained at all. This man has chives and dill for pubes. Let that sink in. This was so strange. It wasn't good, obviously. If that was a question, it was not good. I don't know why I read this. It was entertaining at the very least. Oh my god, it was so weird. I don't know what to say. Like I am at a loss for words. I didn't take any notes or write down quotes because I just want this to be erased from my memory forever. I'm not adding this to my Goodreads either or to my yearly spreadsheet. We're gonna talk about it here, and then we're never gonna talk about it again. We're gonna pretend that I didn't read this. Okay. It was so bad. Oh my god. First of all, what does this guy look like? Where does I want to know what the shell looks like? You know, like I need answers. But also, why does the main character not question where he came from? Like she gets mad being like, "Why are you in my house?" but doesn't question where he came from or why he has devil horns or a shell. You know, none of those questions were asked. And when her friends show up and he's just at their table joining them for brunch, no one questions it. They just kind of they just kind of take it in stride. And I'm like, how is no one questioning this weird Eggman? Also, his his gum, it's deviled egg filling. And guess what they serve at breakfast? Yeah. Anyways, I'm done talking about this now. Don't read this. Well, maybe read it if you're curious, because it was interesting to say the least. But I can't, in good faith, recommend this because it was bad. So, anyways, we're gonna move on from that now. I'm gonna block that from my brain. I can't actually. I can't unsee it. I will never unsee the mental imagery that I have in my head. This was a journey. This whole this whole experience has been a journey. Thank you for joining me on it. I hope you all had as great a time as I did. I think I need to cleanse myself of weird romances for right now. I'm reading 2 heavy sci-fi books now just to try and get as far away from that as I possibly can. So, um, yeah. Thanks for watching. I hope you had a lovely Valentine's Day. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Bye.